today. I don't know what's going on with today. It's a chill day, but it's like, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something, but I don't know what. I did want to come on here and talk about at least two of the dreams that I had last night, because I had so many dreams last night. Like, one woke me up at like 2 a.m. and I couldn't go back to sleep. So it was just like all these like weird thoughts and all this other stuff. But once I finally went to sleep, I had some interesting dreams. So like, I'm gonna talk about two of them. The first dream that I had, I don't know what was going on, but I just remember being in this room, and it was like a couple other women, and we were all auditioning for some role in a movie. I don't know what the movie was about, but it was like this woman. He was telling us about the role, but I can't remember exactly what the role was about. And as they were like, prepping us for the roles or everything like that, they started giving us our costumes for the character. When it was like this, like really like sequency fitted dress. It was like a champagne color, but it was like a pinkish champagne kind of thing. And it had like a slit in it, and it was like kind of like spaghetti straps, but not really. And like the character had like really long, dark brown wavy hair. So they gave us all our costumes or whatever, and he handed me, I don't know if he gave everybody else one, but it was like this really long wooden cigarette holder. Like it looked like it was just like freshly carved. It was brand new, and it was really, 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 really long. And I just remember looking at it and admiring what it looked like, and like asking him like, what is this? Like, what is this for? And he was like, it's a cigarette holder. And I'm like, all right. I was like, is there gonna be smoke coming out of this? Like, he was like, I remember him saying, yeah. But then I remember walking over to this table. It was like this small table, and there was these two men over there with like a beer container or something like that with beer in it. And he was like, yeah, you want to put beer in it too? Like, I'm like, and I don't even drink beer. Beer is nasty in my opinion. But he was like, yeah, you want to put beer in it too? Add a little this to it? I was like, yeah, sure. So he's like pouring the beer into the cigarette holder. And in the process of him pouring the beer, it spills all over my dress. I'm like, yo, like, I gotta go get this out. I gotta go clean this out. So I remember there was one other person with me. I don't know who it was, but he was helping me with what was going on with my dress. So me and him go and like try and find like the nearest bathroom, which was nowhere near close. And we ended up in this hallway. It was like this, wherever we were was like this newly remodeled hotel or grand hall area. I don't know. And it was like a lot of wood and marble. Like, it looked strange, but it was kind of like all like neutral toned. But I remember we found one bathroom, and it was like this huge door. So we opened it, and it was just literally like this huge bathroom with like pink walls, and like it was pink everywhere. And it was like this one solo toilet, and it was just all this space. And we were like, I don't think we're supposed to be in here. So we left out of there and went a little bit further down the hall and found, I guess, the main bathroom, which had like all these stalls and stuff in there. And like inside the bathroom, it was like pink and like silver, and it was like dim lighting with like soft pink lights. It was like wherever we were was like made for women. Like, it was just, everything about it was just soft and dainty and feminine and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. And so we're in the bathroom, and for whatever reason, it just didn't work out with me like trying to get the beer and stuff off of the dress in that bathroom. So I was like, you know what, we're just gonna go back to the bathroom that we were in before. So we go back to that bathroom, and we're in there, and I start to get some water to get the beer off the dress, and And then this lady comes in and she's like, I'm sorry, you can't be in here. This bathroom is for the bride only. I'm like, the bride? Like, what is going on? So then she showed us like out the bathroom door that like further down the hall, it was like this bridal party. There was some bridal situation going on. I don't know if it was like a bridal shower or bachelorette thing. I don't know. But we couldn't use the bathroom. So I'm like, at this time, I'm like, oh, we done wasted so much time trying to get this beer out of this dress. You know what? We're just going to go back and it'll be fine. So we go back to the room that we were in, and everybody had been moved to, I guess, where the scene is. So everybody was like, was moved into a new area. And then I remember walking into the area. It's this really grand room with all these different rows of seats. And there was just so many women in there. It was like there were so many women coming to play this one part of this one woman. And I'm just like, all right. So then I'm trying to put on my dress. And I'm like having the hardest time trying to get this thing back on. Because I'm like, I had it on. And it fit. And it was perfect. Like, and for some reason I had a slip on. I don't know what I needed the slip for. But I think I had the slip on, and then like I was trying to put the dress on up under it. So then as I'm pulling the dress up, I would pull the slip off. But I was just having the hardest time getting it up. And I'm just like, what is going on? It was twisting in different directions. And I'm like, just trying to get this dress on. And I'm just like looking around, like still trying to put the dress on, looking around at everybody else. Everybody's fully dressed, fully makeup, all the other stuff. And I remember I was sitting next to the casting director, I guess. That's who she was. And I can't remember what we were talking about. But the girl that was sitting across from me, I guess she was like a well-known actor or something like that. Or actress. And I don't know. Aside from that, I remember I'm telling her like, yeah, so I got some stuff on my dress and I'm just trying to get it on. I'm just trying to da-da-da-da. And she just looks at me. And then she looks at the girl across from me and she was like, you know what? Talking to them, I think her name was like Erica or something like that. She looked at her and was like, yeah, so you know what we're going to do? You can go ahead and wait a second and we're going to let her go first before you. Like there were already women like acting and going and doing their auditioning for the part. But I guess that she was like close to being up next, and she was like, oh no, we're gonna wait, we're gonna wait for you. We know you're gonna do great, but we're gonna go ahead and let her go before you. And then she just looked at me and was just like, okay, whatever. And then I looked at her and was like, what, really? Like, hold on. And like, huh? So I'm trying to get this dress up, and I'm just trying to get it up. And in the midst of me trying to get the dress up, I slowly start to wake up. And I'm twisted in my sheets like I was in the dress. I'm like, what is going on? Like, what was the purpose of this dream? I'm so confused. But yeah, so if you picked up anything from that dream, let me know, because I don't know what it was about. I mean, only thing that I can get from it is like embracing femininity in all aspects. But I don't know. Any thoughts you may have, just let me know in the comments. Now we're going to talk about this other dream that I had. And it was like, I feel like it was very relevant to today. Now with this dream, it was linked to the way society is. But it was like far, 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 far into the future. So I just remember seeing this thing. Like, those punch surprise boxes where it's just like it's like a box, and then there's like different compartments with like cups or a hidden compartment in there, but it's like sealed over so you can't see what's in there, so you just have to punch through it and pull out whatever's in there. So it was like one of those, but it was like small. It was like a little tray, and it was like a whitish yellow, and each section had like this stamp or this imprint of like this deity. I don't know if it was either like a Buddhist or Japanese, or maybe like a mixture of the both. But it was like in like this green ink, this dark greenish ink. And I remember it was like every time a part of each compartment would open, it was like this green dust that would come out, and we would remember things. Now, when I say we, I mean like as a collective, but then also the people that were around me at the time. So it was like we remember something about the past society. Like it was like the future. Think of it like for those of you who have seen like Ready Player One, like how it was outside of the VR, and a mixture of like Altered Carbon. Altered Carbon is a really good show on Netflix. You should definitely watch that. So it was like a mixture of that, but it was very futuristic, and it was cleaner. So painting that picture, every time a compartment was opened, it would just bring up more things of like basically the stuff that we're going through now, because it seems like in the future we had all been like brainwashed from what was really going on, like what they've been trying to do over multiple times in history. But yeah, it was just like every time a compartment was opened, we would remember, like, don't forget this happened. Like, you have to be a part of this. You have to remember this. You have to remember this. You have to remember this part. And I'm just like, what? Like, it was just like letting us know, like, you're being brainwashed. What you're seeing in front of you is not real. This is the reality. This is what's going on. And it was like I had to do this every day to help myself remember that what's going on now is not right. Like, what's going on now is like an illusion. Like, everything that they're trying to make you believe and see is like, no, this is what's happening. This is happening. This is happening. And every time one was just poof, poof, poof. And I'm like, what is going on? But at the same time, I'm just like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that time. I remember this. I remember that. And then I started to feel more like myself, where it was just like, oh, something's not right. Like, yeah, it was very interesting. I wish I could remember more, but yeah, I don't know. If you have any insights on that dream, let me know, because I mean, I think it's kind of a play on, what's going on now, like what the future is trying to do. Like, oh, no, everything's good. Everything's the way it's supposed to. As long as you keep drinking the Kool-Aid, everything's fine. No. So, I don't know. If you have any insights on that, let me know down in the comments. Feel free to share any of your dreams. Just let me know. Even if you just want to talk about how you feel today, how you slept last night, like all of that, I'm here to talk. Just like I'm glad that you're here to listen, listen to me talk. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, like I said, like there's going to be a lot more videos coming out, as they come to me. Apparently there's going to be a lot of dreams that I'm going to have to share with you guys. So be on the lookout for those. So yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day or night whenever you're watching, and like, share, subscribe if you like my videos. Just have a great life. Be awesome. Be you.